It's back day, and it's a new program. So Jeff, my trainer, he decided it was time to go from the higher reps, lower weight to heavy reps, lower reps. That's how you say that. And there's some gushy, yummy exercises on that thing. So I'm kind of pumped for it because I don't really feel like I've been going as hard, or not as hard, but as heavy as I possibly can, but we're gonna be. So that's cool because that's home. I know how to lift heavy. I didn't really know how to do, the lighter burnout type stuff, but I figured it out. But now we're going back to the roots. And that's probably where he'll have me live until summer shredding. So that's pretty cool. I like that. You really feel the muscle fatigue. You get a great pump when you're doing a high rep workout, but you get far more fatigue. I get far more fatigue when it's heavy sets. And that's what, most people say is, well, I'm sure all the science-based lifters have some type of study to show which one can do what. But when you can tell. Like when you're doing, you're like, damn, this shit's heavy. Versus, all right, we're cruising along here. It's rep 15. Got that fire in my muscles, but you're not, your nervous system isn't just pumping out the energy versus, going actually, real heavy. So that's cool. There's some deadlifts on there. I haven't done those in a while. Bent over barbell row. Be a good time. Slept better. Like I said, sleep, cornerstone of the day. Just not going to have a good day without it. So fix that. Should be rock solid on neural output. Nothing's slowing me down, like 5 hours of sleep. So that's good. And I think we're ready to go tear up some iron. I'm pumped. Going to be pumped. It's going to be a good time. And I think, when it comes down to like the mind muscle connection, it's a lot easier to keep in sync with a lower amount of reps because you're putting out, better quality instead of, moderate quality for every single rep that's like goes up to 20. So it's not as long as a period of time. It is fatiguing, but it's a much more, form intensive. I don't know about form because it's so heavy, your form will break down sooner, but the mental fatigue of sitting in an exercise, there's less time associated because you're going so heavy. We'll see. It's been a long time since I've done a heavy set of, a set of exercises. I think there's some bicep work in there too. It might be tricep. I gotta look at it again. I gotta figure out what machines can do what. A lot of it, there's a lot of dumbbell work in it. We'll see. I don't know if I'll get a back pump. I'm gonna try. my arms are pumped. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Oh, those bicep. Oh. All right, so posing. I think it's like that. You need to watch more YouTube tutorials. Oh man, but the pump's good. That was real heavy stuff. All right. All right, that was a pretty awesome back pump. I don't even know if it was that pumped, but I was pulling heavy. I think I did 2 extra sets of dumbbell row. So every time I pressed record, my phone lost signal, which means the camera would stop recording, which was a major pain. I think it's the mirror, because it makes too much interference off the signals. It just keeps bouncing. Anyway, pulling 100-pound dumbbell rows. That's what I'm talking about. That was good. I surprised myself. I must have done like 60 reps. Supposed to do the Smith machine dumbbell rows, but my arms are too long. When I bend over, I don't have any range of motion. And if I do it free weight, I don't have the core stability for the peak amount of weight my lats can pull. So I think we're just going to use a machine for that, which that's fine. It's a faster setup anyway. But all those dumbbell movements, that was good. That felt real good. Lots of blood was moving. Felt like I was doing work. That's what it's all about. Doing the work. Do that enough, you're gonna look real jacked, real good. I'm hyped for that. I've never been super jacked, but I am well on the way. That's a good thing. I'll be interested to really, once this part of the journey's over and I'm there, look back and see the difference, how life is. Like, how well do you sleep? Do you get tired? How do you feel about yourself? Are you strong? How do you eat? There's all these different things that, change from being 400 pounds to like, I don't even know what the end weight will be yet. Maybe 260, maybe 270. I don't know. Depends on how much visceral fat you have, because all those little body fat holders you can buy off, whatever store, just electrical impulses, and how well are you hydrated? I'm sure it's sending the same pulse strength through my body as it is someone who's 5'10". How do you account for that? So I don't think they're that accurate, but I might go get a DEXA scan in December, and that'll tell me. That'll be very interesting information, because then it'll give me an end goal weight. It's like, oh, you're 10% at this weight, you're 5% at this weight. That's what I want to know. So I'm hyped for that. And that was a huge, I want to call it like a strength pump. Because I was feeling pretty pumped up, but my muscles are tired, really tired. Versus when I do a lot of reps at a lower rate, they're tired, but it's like a blood splitting, skin blowing pump. And this is like, you got to pump, but your muscles need a break, man. You went hard, and I would sign on to that. I went pretty hard. So, another day is done. Time to, I don't know, maybe I'll fast today. I don't know. Maybe I'll fast tomorrow. We'll see. I'm not sure. But either way, Just remember,